What's up, gang? Hey man, this your boy CJ. Hey, thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you have not done so already, join the CLG community. 7-day free trial. Link is in the comments, link is in the description. And we're doing a live Miami takeover, so if you ever want to meet me live between the dates of December 5th through the 7th, buy a ticket, come down. Trust me, it's gonna be a blast. And I'm gonna teach you firsthand, one-on-one, how to become elite with women. This is going to separate you from everybody in your city. Trust that. And yeah, man, without further ado, let's just jump right into this video.
Do you consider yourself romantic?
Yes, to a fault.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because women pretend they like that bullshit and they don't.
What is this?
They like it until you do it, and then it gives them the ick.
No!
That's so true.
I think what happens is when you do it,
That's why your
then
boyfriend's
a girl,
calling you a 7.2 and
3,
also
it was 7.3. Don't you dare lower it
saying don't
one
have
single
friends.
digit.
keeps you around. He treats you like that so you don't leave.
Really?
Yeah, that's how that shit works. Go around treating her good and kissing on her and literally holding her hand everywhere and then telling her she's the best and encouraging her and supporting her and doing things for her that she didn't even anticipate she needs, and then paying for everything, and then leaving rose petals and being like, you know, today's the first day we met. All of that gets you just like, what a fucking loser. Like, that's what they do. They go, this fucking guy's obsessed with me.
It is true.
Yeah, women don't like it. They say they like it. My grandma liked it, but there's nobody like my grandma anymore.
If you guys really watch that clip, you're gonna notice at first she was gonna keep the facade, right? Because she didn't know what type of guy he was, right? So at first she was gonna disagree. She was like, no, we do like romantic guys. But then when she realized that he wasn't a sucker or a simp no longer, at the end of it, she decided to agree with him. Just like, yeah, you're right, we don't like those guys. The reason why girls naturally lie initially is because they're really trying to figure out what type of guy you are, right? If they see you as a sucker, they want you to stay in the sucker realm for as long as possible. It's like an agreement that all women have together, right? If they see you as a sucker, they want you to stay there to the end of time. They do not want you to come out of the sucker role, because they understand that the suckers, the more suckers that exist, those suckers are going to help fight for their rights. Those suckers are going to, you know what I mean, stand up for them. Those suckers are going to, you know, do all kinds of things. Those suckers are also going to help them fight their battles. Those suckers are going to help keep them safe. So women need as many suckers as humanly possible so that they can actually get the most out of men. You get what I'm trying to say? So they can actually get the most out of men. So you got to understand the game that they're playing. They're playing a game collectively. You know, they say like divided, you fall. You know what I mean? What that means is if they were divided, women would easily be conquered, or they wouldn't be able to get the stuff that they get now. So what they're doing is actually genius. The fact that they're all on the same page for pretty much everything is genius. But they also understand that in order for them to survive is they have to be together in numbers. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, in order for them to survive, they have to be together in numbers, in waves. You understand where I'm coming from? So that's what it means when this woman is sitting here and lying and stuff like that. You get what I'm trying to say? Now, she's not lying on purpose or anything like that. She's just naturally lying because she understands that, okay, I want to see, did he really truly have it figured out? Or is he just acting as if he has it figured out? Like, did he actually go through enough women to actually understand that this is the reality? If he doesn't have it figured out, then I'm going to keep feeding him lies to just let him know, no, that's just that one girl. No, that was just a one-off situation. No, that was this. No, that was that, blah, 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 because they need as many simps, suckers on this planet as humanly possible, because those are the ones that's going to get down on one knee and marry them. Those are the ones that are going to protect them. Those are the ones that's going to be out in the streets fighting for their rights. Those are the ones that's going to give them validation and make them feel good when the man that they really truly love isn't texting them back, or isn't, you know, picking up their phone calls because he's busy, or he just is annoyed by her. So they know that they need these guys, and they collectively do a great job at keeping these guys around. They collectively do a terrific job at doing so. That's how come women will always fight your narrative until they can no longer fight it. They're going to always want you to stick with the mainstream way of thinking, even though they know it's wrong. They know it's wrong, but they're going to continue to stick with it because they want you to stay in the sucker realm. And they also understand the law of percentages. So they also understand that 80 to 90% of men are suckers. They're cool with a small percentage of men not being suckers because those are the ones they're going to hook up with. Those are the ones that they can't resist. Those are the ones they're going to be turned on by. They're cool with the small percentage of men, like 20% max. Now, once that 20% starts becoming 30, 40%, they understand the dangers that come with that. You get what I'm trying to say? They understand that they're not going to get no more free meals. They're not going to get no more free trips. They're not going to be able to use men. They're not going to be able to use men just for their money and things like that. So luckily right now for them that their tactic has worked and the majority of men are actually simps. So, and the only reason women got that way is because women work together. Let me tell you what men do. Men don't work together in a lot of cases. When a man sees another man that is masculine or strong or independent or whatever the case is, who, you know, has his sets of beliefs and things like that, the simp men will try to get together and they will try to do the woman's job for the woman as well. Because the simp men, they don't really get any coochie, or they barely get it. Sometimes they get pity pussy. But the reason that they got the pity pussy is because the girl wants this simp to stay a simp and to influence his friends to be simps like him because she gave him some pity pussy. She didn't do everything for him. She just gave it to him just because she did it for the cause. You understand? So she'll give this simp some pity pussy, maybe, or she might not even give him no pussy at all, but she will put ideas in his head to lie about all the things that she wants him to be and the things that she wants him to do in order to be a good man. And then he's going to run and try to influence the men that he knows to do the same as him. So then what ends up happening is there becomes a divide between the masculine men and the simp men. The masculine men believe one thing, the simp men believe another thing. The simp men have the numbers because first of all, women don't even find the majority of men attractive. So what happens is women, and they got a bunch of options. So women have weeded out all the simp men and have brainwashed them to believe all the stuff that isn't actually working. But the simp men are so dumb that they can't put two and two together. Like a lot of the times they can't understand that the guy that she's hooking up with is the complete opposite of him. That simp guy cannot put two and two together because he is believing what she says. She's going to say, well, you know, my ex-boyfriend, he was such an a-hole. He was such this. He was so this. But he is not smart enough to be like, well, at least he was hitting. I'm your friend. All I do is hear you complain about him, but you're not giving me no coochie. And every time I try to make a move, you say, no, I don't see you like that. You're a friend to me. I don't want to ruin what we have. So that guy, he doesn't have any common sense in that realm. So that guy believes what she's saying. He believes that her ex was a toxic a-hole. He believes everything that she's feeding to him. And then he goes back and tries to convince the majority of men to believe what he believes. This is going to be very deep. I get it. But for the guys that can keep up, please keep up. This is how this game works. If a woman sees you as a simp, even if you try to fight back a little bit, she is going to do everything in her power to change your reality into her reality. And her reality is unlimited validation, unlimited resources, unlimited funds out of you is humanly possible without having to give much of anything in return. But the masculine men don't go for that. The masculine men understand that they're the superior ones and they're going to flip the script. I want as much as you out of you as possible with giving you little in return. That's what the masculine man is going to try to do. But because the masculine man is just better at it, if he knows his worth, he's going to win. He is superior than her in every single realm. If he knows his worth, he is going to win. The woman will not win. And I hate putting it in a win and losing type terms, but I have to in this scenario because this is the game that women play. They become extremely competitive. They become extremely competitive when it comes to the dating side of things. They want to win. So after they get done being ran through by the men that they are aroused by, that they're actually attracted to, which are masculine men, which is a small percentage of men in today's world, then they may give a sucker a shot. But the thing about that sucker, they're going to do everything in their power to keep him a sucker, to keep his value low. They never want that guy to become masculine. Because if that guy becomes masculine, they lose their edge. And they might gain some they might gain some attraction, respect, and love for the guy if he ever does become masculine. And when they're trying to use you, they don't want to actually respect you and love you and care for you. Because once a girl is obsessed with you, she's obsessed, bro. Once she's obsessed with you, she is obsessed. Meaning that she knows that whatever you say, whatever you do, however you want it done, she's going to fall into that frame. She knows after a while, she's not going to be able to even say no to you or resist you. So she's afraid of that. Now they lie and say, well, I'm afraid to be hurt and blah, 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 whatever the case is. No, they're afraid to be in love because they're afraid that none of their techniques is going to work on you no longer once she becomes obsessed. Because once you become masculine, it's going to be very difficult for her not to be obsessed with you. You can't be part-time masculine. You can't be half in, half out. You can't be one day all lovey-carry all the time and then another day just be extremely cold. It just got to be in you. You feel me? And what I mean by being in you is you got to keep working on yourself until it just is you. It's just who you are. You don't even think about it no more. If it's something that you're not going for, you say no. If it's something that you are going for, you going, you say yes. There is no overthinking. There is no, well, should I do this because this is the right technique or should I? It ain't none of that. Once you become a certain level of masculinity, there is no more thinking. This is just who you are. You understand yourself. You love yourself. You understand where you're trying to move things. You understand it all. This is who you are. And you also understand female nature better than they understand themselves. Don't sit here and let women lie to you. She was just finna lie to this man because she thought maybe he's just talking. Maybe he still is a hopeless romantic. Then when she realized he wasn't, she said, yeah, no, you right. Now she had to say he right because they're cool with a few percentage of men understanding the truth. Women are cool with a small percentage of men understanding the truth. They cool with that. You know what I mean? They like the men that understand the truth. They like the men that understand their female nature. They actually love and obsess those men over time, dealing with that man, as long as they can prove that he is who he says he is. The test will never stop. The test will never stop. You know what I mean? I had a guy in my DMs. Obviously, I'm not going to say any names, but I had a guy in my DMs and he was just like, man, maybe I should start caring more because I lost the girl because I wasn't caring enough. And he told me the situation. I said, maybe you didn't lose her. Because you got to understand, it's a lot of my girls that have tried to break it off with me because I didn't do what they wanted me to do. Here's the thing. Once you do what they actually want you to do, they lose respect for you anyways. So what he was saying is one of his girls gave him an ultimatum and she said to him, why don't you take me serious? Why can't we date each other? Why aren't we dating? And he said, I'm too busy for dating right now. I just don't feel like dating you, whatever the case is. She's just like, well, if you don't feel like dating me, then I'm out. So he was like, maybe I turned my care down too much. Maybe I should have dated her. Maybe I should have went into her frame in a sense. Here's what he doesn't understand, because he just doesn't you can tell when I get questions like this, he just doesn't have a lot of experience with women. That's all. It's cool. It just is what it is. Obviously, a lot of guys don't have a lot of experience with women. That's why I think every guy on the planet should to join the CLG community. But here's the thing. One or two things will happen. You join her frame, right? And you say, okay, I see that this is very important to you. And because it's important to you, I'm going to get in a relationship with you because it's important to you. Here's the thing that happens when that happens. When that actually happens, she loses respect for you because she was able to convince you to do something that you didn't agree with. She's going to lose respect for you. And then after that, after she loses respect for you, here's what's also going to happen. She's going to verbally show you and talk to you as if she lost respect for you. She's going to challenge your authority more. She's going to push back more. It's going to be, this is how come a lot of guys, they be like, damn, she was cool when we was dating. But as soon as I got in an official relationship, or as soon as I got engaged to her, as soon as I got married to her, everything changed. She became more disrespectful. She became more lazy. Because she lost respect for you, because she was able to force her reality onto you. It was not your decision, right? You didn't come to her like it wasn't, she suggested it, but it wasn't your decision. It wasn't something that you actually wanted to do. And she can actually tell the difference. You only did it because she gave you the ultimatum as if she was going to leave you if you did not do it. And you are afraid. You showed your hand by showing that you're afraid of her leaving you. You showed your hand by showing that I'm so afraid of you leaving me. I am going to do something outside of what I want to do in order to keep you in my life. But here's how somebody like me would play that situation. If a girl came to me, which has happened a lot of times, and told me that you're going to date me, we're going to either be official or I'm going to leave. If she came to me with that ultimatum, I will clearly look in her face and I will be like, you know what? I guess it's best for you to leave then, to be honest. Because here's what's not going to happen. You're not going to come to me with no ultimatum and tell me what I have to do in order to keep you in my life. If you already thinking like that, you already out the door. You already 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The girls I deal with don't even talk to me like that. If they wanted a relationship to me, they bring it up. They mention it. They don't give me ultimatums. They say stuff like, so what are we? Are we official now? Things like this, and whatever the case is. They bring it up in a more feminine way. You bringing it up in that type of way, you might as well leave then. And here's the thing. This is what a lot of men don't understand. By showing her that you're not afraid of her to leave, what you're going to find out is she actually wants to stay. And her respect for you gains. Do you know how many times, I don't know if this guy was watching all my YouTube videos, he's in the CLG community, but do you know how many times my rotation bitches broke up with me, and then the very next week they called me and act like they didn't even break up? Which we was never together anyways for them to break up. But they will have full-blown conversations talking about some, well, I can tell you're not really taking me serious and you don't even want to come over to hook up and blah, blah, blah. And I don't like where this is going. So I just think we should just be friends. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't hook up with my friends. And I'll be like, all right, well, that's cool by me. Because I don't have good friends that I don't hook up with. So I guess we nothing. And that's how the conversation ends. We both go our separate ways. I leave, whatever the case is. We go our separate ways. Or in that particular situation, I actually spent the night, and then she still came out there, gave me head, and act like nothing happened the same night. But I was packing up to leave, and she was like, no, you can't leave, you can't. I was like, no, I'm finna get a hotel. I ain't with this. No, don't leave. Grab my bags and all this stuff like this. Nigga, didn't you just say you wanted me to leave? No, what you was trying to do was you was trying to punk me. And a masculine man is not being punked by a woman. It's not gonna happen. So here's the thing. If you allow her to punk you, you lost. If you don't allow her to punk you, she's going to gain respect for you. And even if she does leave, it doesn't mean it's ever over. Sometimes breaks are necessary. Sometimes taking a month off or 2 months off from a chick is necessary. You have to show her that you're not bluffing. You have so many options. You have so many girls that want your attention that you're not afraid to lose one or two for a little while. And some of them might not ever come back. Who cares? This is the importance of turning down your care. This is what the modern day woman responds to. Now, if you do find a solid chick who checks all boxes, you still got to keep your care turned down with her. But when she brings up the relationship conversation, and it's actually something that you want to do because you want this to be your main chick, that's a different conversation. She doesn't have baggage. She isn't ran through. She isn't a whore. She isn't, you feel me? You check the whole facts. This a different girl you're talking about here. She might not be as attractive as this whore. You get what I'm trying to say? She might be a point or two underneath. But goddamn, long-term thinking for what you're looking for, she might fit that shit. It's a different way you handle it. You might be open to the conversation. You feel me? You might be open to the motherfucking conversation. So that's what I'm trying to get in you guys' head. Being masculine is doing you. It's doing you. It's not about, man, I think I'm not caring enough. I'm like, I told him straight up, I said, hey bro, if you feel like you're not caring enough, okay, well go test it. Turn your care up with some girls and see the results. I already know how it's going to play out. But he was like, so should I turn my care up with the new girls, with the girls that's already in my rotation, or should I turn it up with new girls? I say, do it with the new girls. Anytime you test the theory, do it with new women. Don't do it with the women you're already dealing with. Do it with the new women that you meet. And let me know how it plays out. I know how it's going to play out. I already know how it's going to play out. But see, he needs to see it for it to solidify and sink into his head. You get what I'm trying to say? Because I was Mr. Care-a-lot. You feel me? I was the romantic. I was the lover boy down to the T. You got to understand, I was raised in a 2-parent household. They never showed me they fights and stuff like that. I thought that was the way to go. Every girl that I was in a relationship with, I was thinking about marriage. And every time I went in with that, with my nose wide open, I wasn't even sleeping with my own girlfriend. Isn't that crazy? How am I walking around holding hands with a chick? She ain't even sleeping with me because everything that I'm doing is turning her off. It's almost like it's a friendship, really. We kissing and holding hands. That's it. One girl I finally slept with after months of dating her just to find out she wasn't a virgin. She was lying that she was a virgin the whole time. Other niggas was cracking. The niggas that was arousing her was cracking. I wasn't. And I'm her man. Think about that, bro. Think about that. Now, luckily, I figured this out at a young, vital age when my emotions were really high. I was 14. It hurt like hell, right? If that was to happen to me now, I wouldn't feel no pain. I don't care. These girls, whatever. It comes and goes, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't even care that much initially to begin with because I know they respond erratically. I know they act erratic. So why would I put my hope in trust into a fucking female? So I hope this really, really, really breaks into you guys' head. If you believe that caring more is going to help you, test it. Don't take my word for nothing that I say. Please don't take my word for nothing. Please. If you a guy that's sitting in your goddamn basement and you haven't talked to a girl and you haven't said hi to a girl in 10 years or 5 years or 3 years, don't take my word. Just test what I'm saying. Go out, test it. Talk to women. Test it. Be the overly caring romantic type and see how far that gets you. Just test it, buddy. Get you right in the friend zone. Get you right in the friend zone. Because if you too friendly, too nice, she's gonna, her natural predatory behavior is going to naturally kick in. Because when she see you friendly like that, she like, oh, I got me a sucker. It's gonna naturally kick in. She's not aroused by you. She's just like, I got a guy that I can use when I'm feeling down. Because you got to understand what they use it for. Emotional stability, financial support, all types of stuff. So she's like, oh, I got a sucker. And before you know it, she's going to start asking you for money. Now, she's going to be slick at first. She's going to be like, oh, my nails, like, they cost a kid, baby, could you send this? But she's going to be calling you baby, and you ain't even fuck, nigga. How you the baby and another nigga that's fucking her is fucking her raw, but she calling you baby? You get what I'm trying to say? She gonna be slickly asking you for money. She gonna be slickly doing this. Because she sees you as a sucker. You're gonna have to be the one that waits till marriage. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the category she's going to put you in. You're the sucker. You're not the, this is how they prey on church guys. They go to, after they get ran through, they go to church and they be like, oh, all of these suckers in this room, I love it. All of these suckers, all I got to do is convince one of them to do things for me and I will never give him any pussy. I might even lead the conversation with, I got a boyfriend. I'm seeing somebody right now, but we can be friends. I'm seeing somebody, I got a boyfriend, we can be friends, is a setup for, I want to use you for everything that you can bring in my life as a man without giving you anything that you need from me in return. Unless you one of them lying ass niggas that lie to yourself, sucker ass niggas that just, I just want her female companionship. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. This is what happens with guys that say they like the companionship thing. What happens is when you have girls that are your friends, they actually, 9 times out of 10, unless she's being honest with you, which most of them aren't, they are actually making you worse. They're going to make you worse. They're going to tell you things like be romantic to her, you know, give her flowers. They're going to tell you shit like that. It's going to actually make you worse with women. You better save the flowers for the day that she catches you cheating. That's when you save the flowers. And even then, if you ever catch me cheating, matter of fact, you should apologize for catching me cheating. Why was you snooping so hard? Why are you looking for reasons to get left? See, but you guys ain't on that level yet. That's too advanced for you guys. I'm trying to tell you guys, CLG is the only way. 7-day free trial. You got nothing to lose. Only $48 a month after that. Cheap as I don't know what. It will save you millions. And what I found out is if you don't pay, you don't pay attention. That simple. So jump into the community. Soak up all of those gold nuggets. Tons of gold nuggets. Everything is recorded. All the classes, courses, everything is inside of the community. Log in. Grow. Become the best version of yourself. And I can't wait to see who you become. But once you truly understand female nature, everything becomes easier. Trust me. And with that being said, oh yeah, and I'm doing a live Miami takeover. Join. Link is in the comments, the pinned comments. Come see me live. Click the link in the pinned comments. Come see me live. For all my CLG members, sign up through the CLG. Come see me live in the Miami area. It's going to be during the Art Basel week. We are going to turn up. Trust me. We're going to have a good time. Trust me. So with that being said, man, I'm out. Peace.